Now that is how you do an episode of Dragon Ball Super episode 66, the end of the Goku Black or Black Goku arc. That's how you do it, man. The animation in this episode was absolutely beautiful. The actual arc was actually really, really great and enjoyable compared to the other arcs and compared to the rehashes like Golden Frieza, Barris, introducing Barris. This was a refreshing arc, and the ending was really, really good. Once Goku and Vegeta, and this is what I said, like, when are they going to do fusion with these two? Because fusion hasn't been a factor throughout the battle until Zamus fused with Zamus, Mortal Zamus fused with Immortal Zamus, and then became a crazy being, crazy god. Now Goku and Vegeta did the same thing. You know, they only had 1 hour. Of course, it didn't last 1 hour, but man, Vegito freaking Super Saiyan Blue was awesome. I loved every minute of that. I loved every minute of the fight. It kind of reminded me of that old school Dragon Ball Z arcade game. Remember that when they had the arcade game and it was like in Japanese and it wasn't English. It wasn't English, dub. It was a straight up fight them. 1-on-1, just hit them up. Arcade game. And I thought it kind of reminded me of this episode. I was just absolutely grateful that the animation was great at this episode 66. This episode, I was absolutely grateful. I mean, it just looked great. The battle really actually meant something. The music was fine. I do miss the old music, but it was fine. It kind of reminded me of a Dragon Ball Z movie, honestly. The one thing I can complain is, man, I'm sick and tired of villains is when their bodies is just not reacting right. They always blow up into like a Tetsuo kind of mutant, honestly. Zamus his body wasn't acting right, and he started blowing up in this kind of like monster figure, big old huge dude, which was, it makes sense, of course, if your body's just not handling all the energy or can't withstand the power. Yeah, that makes sense, but I'm just so sick and tired of anime continuing to do that. Just keep the character design just like how it is. Man, my boy Trunks, so happy that they didn't give the win to Goku or Vegeta. They gave the win to Future Trunks. Future Trunks deserved this win. He fought hard for his people once again. It was very reminiscent, this one particular scene, especially when he had his sword and he had a fucking spirit bomb. It was pretty much a spirit bomb, which I absolutely love that he was able to conjure everybody's spirit into his broken sword. That was such a great idea. Absolutely great idea. But what I really loved was the one scene when he's actually in the ball and it's like absorbing him a little bit, like he's ready to do his final strike. It was very reminiscent, his hair, his design, of Gohan. Of Team Gohan. It was reminiscent of Team Gohan. Absolutely so happy that they gave Trunks the final blow. And it wasn't just like one blow. It was actually, I was like, oh man, they're just going to give him that one shot and then boom, KO'd. Vegeto's going to kick his ass and probably going to like really give him the final. You think he's going to give him the final blow, and then Trunks comes out and they're like, I got you. No, they gave Trunks the fight. He fought with Zamus for a while, and then he finally laid that final blow. My boy Trunks, such a great character, and they didn't ruin his character, which is great. I hope him and Mai have big kids. Let's have some. He deserves some kids after this arc. I mean, he's been through a fucking lot. Honestly, you could put his life in a top 10 worst anime characters' lives. I mean, there's I think there's a couple that are way worse than Trunks. I mean, Guts from Berserk, but Trunks has had it bad, all right? Just absolutely very thrilled about this episode. Concluded great. Started off great. This arc, final thoughts, it was a great arc. I would have liked Goten to be Black Goku because it would have gained a little bit more weight, especially with Goku's character. Maybe with even Trunks. Trunks maybe meeting little Goten, but that wasn't the case. But when they decided to go that route and actually have Zamu speak Black Goku, and then of course they had this route all along. But, I said I could dig it, and they did a fantastic job with going that route. And that route was just as good as maybe Goten being Black Goku. but I will say it was a little shaky. It was kind of like lingering a little bit, this arc, but it was still good. It was still very, very good. It was a solid arc. It was actually, it gives you hope for the future of Dragon Ball Super. Now that maybe we'll get new arcs, maybe we'll get that major tournament for the King of All is gonna do. That'd be really sick. I would really love to see Bardock. I would love to see Bardock actually meet Goku. I think that was the one thing I really wanted to see throughout the Dragon Ball Z universe. I love Bardock. I want to see Bardock meet Goku. It would be really, really cool. But the problem is with Dragon Ball Super, though, is that Goku's character is still... He was actually... That was this fight, actually, this whole thing. I was like, that's the Goku, man. He knows that the only way to beat this guy is Vegeta. And he was serious throughout the whole thing. He wasn't as goofy as he could have been. They could have made him. Of course, there were some goofy moments, but it wasn't as bad. I need Goku to mature. I don't need him to stay the same. I need him to mature. And that's why I love the dub so much, is because he is a mature Goku. So, Dragon Ball Super, the fault of this is that Goku still is not mature, but I hopefully going to the future he does mature, and if he does meet Bardock, I think it'd be an interesting meetup. I mean, there was a couple meetups in the games, but I want it in the anime series. So thank you guys for listening on Dad Make It Down Son. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video if you like it, comment below. Freaking solid episode of Dragon Ball Super episode 66. I have all the praise in the world for it. Just that minor little thing about, villains, but that's a little nitpick, honestly. But great episode. You give me a couple more of those episodes coming. I know you're going to have a little filler next episode, but you give me another arc that's just as good as Black Goku. I think, I'm enjoying myself. So, thank you guys. See you guys later. Bye.